Hi, boys and girls. Today we are going back to measuring. So we are learning to measure objects by measuring ourselves, and we're going to use our inch cubes. What I'm looking for you to do is measure parts of your body with cubes and tell if you are longer or shorter than your friends. So remember that since we're home, right, we might not actually have cubes in our house to measure with. So what I did was in your assignment, I went ahead and I attached our 1 inch cube page. So there's different ways that you can do this. If you have your cubes, you're going to use your cubes. If you don't have your cubes, you can print this page out. You can cut the cubes out, use the ones that we've already cut out. But I think for this activity, it might be easier to use the page not cut. And this is why. What we're going to do is we're going to measure different parts of our body. So you're going to see measuring ourselves, part one. So you're going to put your name and your friend's name. So you can pick your brother, your sister, mom, dad, grandma. Pick one other person in your house that you are going to measure against. So what I'm going to do is um, just because this is a girl, I'm going to put my name underneath here. So I'm going to write Joanne. And because this is a boy, I measured my son Noah's. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is measure your hand. So when I'm measuring my hand, remember this is the tricky part about measuring. We want to make sure that we're measuring from end to end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take my paper and I'm going to put my hand down here, right? And I'm going to go ahead and say, you know what, the end of my hand is here. So if you see right there, and then the top of my hand, I'm just going to put it there. So it's not exact. It's not exact, but this is about how long my hand is. And what I did was I just drew lines over here so that I could count them afterwards. And then I'm going to count my cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my hand from the bottom of my palm to the top of my fingertip is 8 cubes long. So I'm going to go ahead and write down my number 8. Okay? Then I know that when I measured Noah, his was 6, right? So I did the same thing with his hands. I put his hand against here and I measured 6, okay? Your next body part is going to be your forearm. So this is your forearm right here, from here to here. So you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna take your page, and this is what's so silly about this one. This one, mine is exactly from here to here. Okay? And the reason why I'm saying not to cut your cubes out if you don't have cubes that attach is because if you have all of these little cubes, it's going to be really hard for you to line them up one by one. So I'm advising that you use this page like this if you don't have cubes at home. Okay, so my forearm was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 cubes long. And then I'm going to go ahead and mark my 11 down. And when I measured Noah's, his was 8. Okay, so you're going to go ahead today and practice measuring the different parts of your body. You're going to do your upper arm, you're going to do your foot, your lower leg, and your upper leg. And you're going to measure yours and your friends, or mom, dad, brother, sister, cousin, aunt, uncle, whoever else you have, and then see, whose is longer or whose is shorter, right? So I know that pretty much for all of these, mine is going to be longer because I'm bigger than Noah, right? He's my son and he's only 8 years old. So I would expect that all of my measurements to be bigger than his. But if you measure your friend or a cousin, somebody that's closer to your age, you guys might be the same, or one might be longer in one thing than the other. Okay, so remember, guys, what I'm looking for you to do today is to measure the parts of your body with your cubes. And if you don't have your cubes, you're going to go ahead and use the inch paper. Okay, and you're going to tell if you are longer or shorter than your friends.